First at 10, a school district votes to change its safety plan to only allow law enforcement to carry firearms on school grounds, all in an effort to avoid its insurance provider dropping coverage in 9 days. That vote by the Spirit Lake Community School Board tonight. Now, back in November of 2022, the Spirit Lake School Board unanimously changed its safety plan to allow up to 10 staff members to carry firearms on school property. At that time, the school's insurance provider, EMC, was notified of the plan. Now, EMC leaders said at that time they wouldn't cancel the district's policies then, but might not renew them in July. In May, EMC did confirm that it would not renew the district's policies ending coverage July 1st. The district's insurance agent began looking at alternative providers in March, but was unable to find another insurance provider. With the looming deadline, the district's insurance consultant made a recommendation to the board on how it should move forward.
We recommended that without an alternate property cover option, the district should consider rescinding the authorization to arm district staff as a district policy and seek cancellation reinstatement from EMC.
The board was then faced with deciding if it should change its safety plan back with another unanimous vote to pass a resolution to only allow law enforcement to carry firearms on school grounds.
I'm sad that we can't do it. We all feel like it's the best thing to keep our kids safe, but we couldn't. I'm sorry we couldn't get it done. Yeah. And so we did our best. We gave it all, and so did our staff. And I want to thank you all for that.
Another area school district, Cherokee Community Schools, faces the same issue with its weapons policy and insurance coverage. That school district given the same notice of non-renewal as Spirit Lake. Cherokee will hold a special board meeting that will happen tomorrow morning, all in an attempt to chart a path forward. You can read more information right now on our website, ktiv.com.